Hey everyone, 10 Outdoors 9, 10mm ammo test, and there are a few fans of the 10mm out there. If you enjoy hunting with the 10mm, this could be something on your shopping list. Underwood Ammo's configuration of the Hornady XTP 200 grain jacketed hollow point, and Underwood, holding true to their form of high velocities, they are really cranking this deep driving bullet to some really nice velocities. Advertised 1,250 feet per second for a 200 grain bullet. That's coming in just under 700 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. So how did we do? My test gun, the Glock 20, this is the SF or short frame, 4.6 inch factory barrel. I know some folks like to put in an aftermarket barrel of that length, or maybe something at 6 inches, but I'm running a 4.6 inch factory barrel. I need to note that. There are my 5 shots from 10 feet, and it's looking pretty good. Here's the average, and we're beating that advertised by just a little bit. 1,261 feet per second, coming in now over 700 at 706 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. And it does have some recoil. Next up is a block of the sim test. I'm still using the clear block. I'm just going to rotate these out depending on what I am testing. This block is comparable to 10% ordnance gelatin. This is approximately 21 inches in length. It weighs 50 pounds. 4 layers of denim. That is an IWBA testing protocol. That is consistent with my other handgun ammo test in this format. Sorry, don't have a deer skin or bear skin. Got some water jug backup, and if necessary, I've lined up my steel target to catch anything that goes beyond the table. Shots coming in from 10 feet. That definitely rocked the block, but no pass-through. Let's take it inside and see what we've got. I divided the path into 2 halves. On this first one, we have expansion starting at about a ½ inch in, cavity beginning just under or right at an inch, and moving on. It's not very wide here that you can see, but this discoloration counts. There's also a little bit underneath here, so that's about 1.25 inches here. That's the widest point. Otherwise, it's coming in about a ½ inch, maybe a little bit over. And this cavity runs, I'm calling at about the 7.5 inch mark. Then we settle down. There's a fragment at 11.25, another at just 12.25, and we're going to stop there because we find the bullet in the other half. And here's the other half. Much better definition on this side of the permanent cavity, and that's just because of the way I was cutting through this block. Again, out to about 7.5 inches. We have a fragment at 10.75 inches. There may be others that I can't see. Here's another at 14.5. Obviously, you can see the bullet coming into view, and the leading edge is at 16.1/8 inches. I expected a little bit more than that. Some folks might consider this for self-defense on the street because of that penetration, at least in this test. Something to think about. So 16.1/8 inches. Let's get it cleaned up and get the other measurements. There's the high end on expansion, but the average is coming in less than that at 0.675 inches. Keep in mind that we've already seen at least a few fragments. There could be more. Retained weight 192.9 grains. Okay, let me qualify what I said a moment ago about possibly considering this for street carry, and again, that is your choice. I'm comfortable with 16 inches of penetration in any caliber. That's my comfort zone, okay? Where I'm going with this, I have not tested Hornady's factory product in 200 grains. They make that, and it's about 200 feet per second slower. Energy's coming in under 500 foot-pounds, okay? I have tested Hornady's factory product in 180 grains. I had a little bit more penetration at 17 inches with a lighter bullet and with velocity about 100 feet per second less than what I'm getting here. So is Underwood, and this is just a question with actually all their lows, not just this one. When they're cranking up the velocities, what I've noticed so far is I'm typically getting less penetration than what I would expect, and then what is the norm relative to factory products. So I think, I guess, you're going to get less penetration than you might expect with this. You're getting a really good energy dump, but we're still getting uniform expansion. It's a crapshoot.